team you shut down there. They got the one early chance, and it seemed as the game went on, you guys slowly kind of took control.
I think, as a team, we're defending very well. We have a lot of confidence in each other, and that's why, performance is like it is. So we're not giving anybody 3 chances. I mean, I won probably in the first few minutes when we lost the ball in the middle, and then Will had to make a save. Other than that, I think that was pretty clean game by our defense.
You got Dilly into the lineup, and he seemed, especially again as the game went on, he seemed to become more of a factor in the game. Ends up setting up the goal.
Yeah, I mean, he did very well in practice, and then he deserves to be on the field today. And then with a good performance, especially in the second half, he had the 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes when he was very active, and then kept the ball for us, and then obviously it was very dangerous on that side.
It seemed the team really didn't. They weren't quite as focused in the first half, but after the goal by Rogers, it seemed like the team really came alive. Is this a team that maybe needs that extra push to really to kind of go for the jugular?
I think we were focused in the first half too, to be honest with you. I mean, we play against the wind, and then so I don't agree with that. I mean, you look at the chances. Maybe we didn't have a rhythm. I would agree with that because of a lot of fouls and a lot of balls in the air. I think the defensive midfielder Diop, he was very active, and every single ball that was in the air, he was basically putting back to our half. But other than that, I think we were pretty focused because we didn't give him any chances. I mean, that was only the one in the first few minutes. But I think we defended the set pieces very well. They are very very physical and tall team. So that was a challenge for us.
Bobby, with the lineup changes, was that more about getting Dilly onto the field, maybe more than anything else, just a way to get him into the lineup?
No, I think everything is about team. It's not about the individual. So he did well during the practice, in the certain drills and when we played. That's why he was effective, and that's why he was in the lineup.
Do you feel like you're put your best 11, straight up your best 11 this week? Did they play tonight?
Yes. I mean, that's what we're trying to do every single game. Sometimes, for example, if we have defensive line and 4 in the back, and then they're working so good and everything works so good, it's difficult to change after one game. If for example, I mean, I'm not the names, but if the player has an unbelievable practice, doesn't mean that we're going to change something for next week, because this thing works. So sometimes you have to, but as right now, Delhi deserves to be on the field, and then because the team, we felt like he's going to be playing better with them.
Can you talk a little bit about the decision to run with Gavin as the kind of more withdrawn forward, pull Echo back farther into the midfield?
I think we're trying to find the best, basically, position for everybody when they feel more comfortable. I think Ekpo played there a few times, and I think that position suited really well Eddie Gavin. When last year or year before, when we played with him as a withdrawn forward, I think he did very well. So he's very active. He's good on the turn. He's running with the ball, running at people. He shoots from distance. So his first shot came from him. So actually he did very well.
How happy are you for the team to get 4 straight shutouts in a row, tying a club record?
Sorry?
How happy are you for the team just to get the 4 straight shutouts and tie the club record? What's your thoughts on that?
It's great. I mean, I think these guys are playing very, very well, and then very organized and focused, and then so it's good to see that.
Andres Mendoza, was he 100% this week, or was the groin still an issue?
Just a little bit. I think he was not traveling last week, and then this week we felt like to maybe save him a little bit for the next game.
Rogers' ability to finish on the goal, he took it off the chest, put it down, put it in the corner. Pretty nice play all the way across the field, and his finish was very strong.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the right place, right time, and he had a good touch, and then obviously, he tried to hit the frame, and then it was great that he hit the side net. I think he was very active also.
Yeah. Speaking of active, you bring Hyman in, and he seemed to give you 10, 15 really strong minutes.
Yes, I mean, we put Tommy on the field because we thought that they're gonna, at some point in the end probably they're gonna get some fouls maybe, and then maybe set pieces around the box, so he's gonna be useful for us. Also, we knew that going forward we have to win. We have to win the ball in air, not only the way the game was going. We had to sometimes play to his chest and to his head. So he actually was fighting pretty well against the defenders.
Those last 4 minutes of stoppage, the team seemed to kill the game off in textbook fashion. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that, can you, in that situation? Absolutely.
That's a learning process for us because it's a young team and there's a lot of new players on the field, and actually that was very good. Especially playing men up. We, instead of putting ourselves in a box and try to defend the crosses, I think we stepped up and then we made them play quick. And we make them play the way we wanted. And then when we get the ball, we obviously kill the game with the corner kicks and the throw-ins and keeping the ball in the corners.